This is the Midiplus Smartface. At current, this is the cheapest audio interface on Amazon.com, clocking in at only $32. But even though it's this cheap and it's such a low barrier to entry, does it sound good? Is it worth your money? Is it worth even investing into? That's what we're going to talk about today. What's going on with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy John Mike, and today we're going to be talking about the Midiplus Smartface. This is so cheap that you just can't ignore it. It's $32. It literally fits in the palm of my hand. It is so small. It's probably one of the smallest audio interfaces that I have ever used or ever had the opportunity to play around with. It's a 2-input interface. I think you can only record one at a time though. You got the XLR plug in, and then on the back you got a plug for your guitar line. It's also got a phantom power button, so that's built in. You got a button where you can switch between your your different lines. But because it's so cheap, it doesn't have TRS outputs or your standard 1/4 cable outputs. It has the RCA jacks, and you also got an RCA in. So I take that back. It's actually 3 inputs versus 2. It's got all your volumes and everything all on the front for you to be able to do what you need to do. Of course, being as cheap as it is, it does not come with any kind of software. So you're getting, just basically inputs and outputs. But how does it sound though? Does it sound good? That's what we're going to find out. So the next piece of audio you hear will be coming from the interface itself. The audio that you are hearing right now is coming directly from the Midiplus. Now, as you can hear, there is a little bit of interference that's coming in from this, and this is what you get for $32. Now, I don't know if it's just this particular unit that I'm using that has this issue, and maybe all units aren't affected like this. Maybe I just got one that's just kind of bad, and I'm careful about messing with this because I don't want to pull it out. But the actual cable, when you're putting it in, it feels very, very loose. It almost feels like you're about to break it as you're pushing the cable in, because this housing for the preamp is actually very, very loose. It feels, flimsy a bit. So this is the sound of it. I think overall, even with the interference and little noise that you kind of get with it, it's still kind of dull-ish. It's not a perfect sound, and it doesn't give you like the best overall quality, but this is what you pay for. This is what you get for $30. And that I could just have a bad unit. Maybe all units aren't like this. This is just one that I got, but maybe it's the luck of the draw. But this might be the luck of your draw as well, and you don't want that to be the case for your audio to be sounding like this. I noticed the sound on this after I bought it. I took it out in the field and used it for a recording, and got back, and the recording had like all of this interference on it, as you can hear. I was able to clean it up using a denoiser on my software, but it still is the fact that I had to use that in order to get the sound, when I could have gotten much better and much cleaner sound if I used a different recording source. All right, so I needed to switch back to audio so we can get back to some good, clean, clear audio while I finish this video, so you don't have to listen to all of that noise throughout the rest of the video. So again, you kind of get what you pay for with these. It feels a little flimsy. Again, if I putting my thumb just on this XLR input, feels like it's about to kind of push in. It doesn't feel sturdy. Like if I put in enough force trying to plug in a cable, I might break it. The other thing that's a drawback to me is the fact that you got RCA outputs. RCA to me just always screams cheap. That's just me. It just screams cheap, because you got to buy another special cable to be able to plug this up to some monitors. So it's not just an elegant solution. But if you just need audio in, and you just need a nice little cheap interface that can get the job done, a simple job, this mic can work. And again, this might be a faulty unit that I particularly got, and they might all not be like this, but I think you would either way, you would have to do some cleanup on the back end. Even if you get a unit that doesn't have that little, feedback in it. So I wouldn't really recommend this for anybody, honestly. I mean, it's just me. At the quality and the build of it didn't really impress me. But again, you get what you pay for. $32 is what it is. And if you decide for whatever reason you want to try this out for yourself and test it, you might have better results than I had with it. You can check out the affiliate link down below, and you can buy it using that. But the thing that won't cost you a dime for your time is you can hit the like button, you can hit the share button, drop a comment down below, let me know what you think about it, and subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Holla at your boy.